Good evening, everyone. This is the presentation of Blue Group. Our research entitled Cultural Diversity Awareness in Integrated Instructions. Introduction. According to Dr. Lisa 2012, when we interact with the other cultures with a different way of communicating and sensitivity, we may become disoriented with the other cultures because of the lack of awareness and sensitivity about diverse cultures. Education worldwide enhances quality education to promote different learning opportunities about diverse cultures for all. That is according to UN 2016. That is why cultural diversity needs to be included in our academic for the people to be aware and understand multicultural groups. The relation of the teacher and student is part or is one of the aspects of understanding one's culture. A teacher that is accepting, understanding one's culture is making them a better educator. That is according to Wilson 2015. It is simply means that a school environment is the one who promote wider perspective on diverse cultures to the classroom that teaches students to be more critically aware on culture. So this study aims to enhance and produce career consciousness from the response of students and teachers about the integrated instruction and awareness towards cultural diversity. In our statement of the problem, first is the profile of the respondents. We seek to analyze the response of different demographic profile of the respondents in terms of gender, academic role, and ethnicity. Second is the level of awareness of the respondents on cultural diversity. Third is the instructional practices integrating cultural diversity. Fourth is if there is a significant difference on the level of awareness and instructional practices integrating cultural diversity when grouped accordingly. So in our literature review, Zuckerman and Barilla 2016 study shows that college students have moderate multicultural awareness. But in terms of gender, women did cultural diversity awareness more than men. And according to Navita 2014, the study shows different levels of awareness according to rank. The result indicates the junior teachers have a higher multicultural understanding than senior teachers in terms of professional development. According to Allen and Bacon, 1993, based on their study, they come up to tabulate response of international students about their experience of cultural diversity relating to content relation, such as prejudice reduction, equity pedagogy, and strengthening school culture. Their study results shows that practices of multiculturalism are excellent except for knowledge, instruction, and maintaining school culture. However, according to Munalim 2019, English professor may have attained multicultural approaches and strengthened border school culture. Methodology. Population and sampling design. The study employed purposive and convenient sampling method with 80 respondents and broken down into 64 respondents were students and 16 respondents were instructors. The respondents are technically from around Zamboanga City. The study instruments. In conducting this study, the researcher utilized a research instrument to gather data. The research used an original instrument which is the Cultural Diversity Awareness and Integrated Instruction Survey with 2 categories and 10 statements. Before the actual collection of data analysis, the researcher implemented a validity test resulting to 0.89 Cronbach alpha for the survey questionnaire. In our data gathering, first, the researcher ethically asked permission from the respondents to answer the survey. And next, All participants or respondents were given a letter of consent and agreed to take part of the study. All respondents were given enough time to answer the survey questionnaire. The study was administered on April 29, 2021 and ended into April 32, 2021. 100% retrieval. Result and discussion. Question number 1. Profile of the respondents. On gender, female had the highest population, obtaining a 56.25% out of 80, while male obtained 43.75% out of 80. In academic role, teacher had the lowest population, obtaining 20%, while student get the highest population with a percent of 80%. For that ethnicity, Chavacano tribe got 45%, Bisaya got 31.25%, and Muslim had lowest population among the others with 23.75%. Question 2. What is the level of awareness of the respondents on cultural diversity? Table 2.0, the result of level awareness of the respondents toward cultural diversity. Table 2.0, overall data of level of awareness. Respondents responds very high remarks, which means they are all aware on cultural diversity. Table 2.1, level of awareness based on gender. Table 2.1 shows that respondent responds very high remarks and have a very high level of awareness on cultural diversity. Table 2.2 based on academic role. Teacher and student also obtained very high remarks. That means they are aware on cultural diversity. Table 2.3 based on ethnicity. They also got very high remarks, which means they are also aware or they have high awareness on cultural diversity. Question 3. What are the instructional practices integrating cultural diversity? Table 3.0, result on integrating instructions on cultural diversity. This is a overall data of the integrating instructions on cultural diversity. Table 3.0 indicated that respondents responds very high remarks on believing that teachers are integrating cultural diversity to their lesson and giving importance to cultural diversity when integrating instructions. Also, respondents believe that teachers have to integrate cultural diversity as a context to their lesson. Respondent also responds high remarks on believing that teachers in general education have included cultural diversity in their lesson. And teacher in science and technology discuss cultural diversity to their topic as a contextualization and believing that teachers have to integrate cultural diversity. Table 3.1, instructional practices based on gender. Table 3.1 showed that male had high remarks in believing that teachers have integrated cultural diversity into their lesson, while female obtained very high remarks with a mean of 4.27 in believing that teachers integrating cultural diversity into their lesson even in the different subject. Table 3.2 based on academic role. In academic role, Table 3.2 shows that teacher obtained very high remarks believing that they have included or integrated cultural diversity into their lesson. At the same time, the student got high remark with a mean of 4.13 showing that teachers have included cultural diversity in their lesson as a context. Table 3.3 Instructional Practices Based on Ethnicity. Table 3.3 indicated that Chavacano and Muslim both obtained high remarks, showing that Bisaya and Muslim believe that teachers are integrating cultural diversity into their lesson. In contrast, the Muslim respondents got a very high remark with a mean of 4.37, showing that teachers are integrating instructional practices about cultural diversity into their lesson. Question 4. Is there significant difference on the level of awareness of the respondents and the instructional practices integrating cultural diversity when respondents are grouped based on their profile? Table 4.0 Result of significant difference when grouped based on gender. Significant at the 0.05 or 0.5%. Table 4.0 shows that there is significant difference on gender in terms of awareness and integration. Table 4.1 Based on academic role. Table 4.1 shows that there is no significant difference on integration, which means that respondents seems not giving importance on integrating cultural diversity to their lesson. Table 4.2 Based on ethnicity. Table 4.2 shows that there are no significant differences on awareness, although the data says that all respondents are aware, but there is no significant difference on awareness, which means that respondents are aware but seems not giving importance or not giving deep understanding into cultural diversity. Conclusion. Based on findings that most of the respondents are female students in Chavacano tribe, they showed high awareness of cultural diversity in gender, academic role, and ethnicity. However, on the instructional practices integrating cultural diversity, most probably student respondents whose teacher about diverse culture does not fully instruct because of limiting their lesson to their subject and could not acknowledge different cultures. So, recommendation. Produce career consciousness. Teacher must ensure that cultural awareness is promoted to their classroom. It basically starts with the teacher understanding each student culture, and students should feel appreciated and comfortable with the teacher to feel comfortable talking with others and can be socialized without being different in culture. It can also prevent bullying. Next is explicit instructions. With this explicit instruction, teacher must reflect on their multicultural awareness to effectively deliver instructional or instructions about cultural diversity. Teacher must have genuine interest in implicitly instructing cultural diversity. It also helps the student enhance their awareness of diverse group. In addition, learning about student culture will help express their creative perspective and drive innovation. Incorporate diversity in the lesson plan. The school environment is too vital or too important for promoting diverse cultural awareness. Teachers must or should start including cultural diversity to their lesson plan or use analogies to other cultures to their lectures and assignment to help students with diverse background personally connect. Another is to bring diverse speaker or student to add a varying perspective and real life context to a different subject. That's all. Thank you.